I saw you at the football game last night. Why didn't you sit with me?
I was with Joshua.
Are you kidding? Really? Like, I never talk to you anymore. Like, why don't you talk to me?
I like hanging out with him better. Found that managing friendships and romantic relationship emerges during adolescence. This means that tension is bound to occur between the two friends, often resulting in negative feelings towards those friendships.
Furthermore, there has been literature showing that female adolescents who are older show even more of a vulnerability to these negative consequences, which brought us to why we decided to investigate whether or not romantic relationships would be associated with a decreased friendship satisfaction in young adulthood.
Unlike the adolescents in our video who have been studied in literature lately, there is no literature talking about how this affects young adults.
Which is why we hypothesized that romantic relationships would be associated with a decreased friendship in young adulthood.
We tested the hypothesis by using students in Dr. Abrams' Tuesdays and Thursdays research methods class. The sample consisted of psychology students at Rowan University. Participation was voluntary, and everyone who participated was compensated with 5 points. However, those who didn't want to participate were allowed to complete an alternate assignment. The sample consisted of 23 females and 3 males.
For our procedures, the participants consented before beginning the survey, and the participants completed the survey at their own leisure, and the confidentiality was upheld by removing the student's banner ID after they had completed the survey. And then after they had completed it, they were debriefed afterwards.
The measures used for this study were a small part of a larger project. Variables not included in this study are stress, time management, total workload, music preference, time spent listening to music per day, extroversion, gender, and mood in response to different songs. The first variable measured within this study was friendship satisfaction through a 4-point Likert scale. Friendship satisfaction was measured through a total of 6 items, 2 of which are reverse. The sample had no neutral answers within each item and was scored by a range of 6 to 24, 6 being the lowest level of satisfaction and 24 being the highest.
The second variable being studied was relationship status. The researchers constructed one multiple choice question to determine the individual's relationship status. The sample was open-ended with an other choice. For the statistical analysis, in order to determine a relationship between different romantic relationship statuses and friendship satisfaction, researchers performed a one-way ANOVA to determine a link between the multiple groups. All post hoc tests were conducted using LSD, and alpha for all analyses was set to 0.05 and was conducted using SPSS 24.
One eternity later.
Stressed about this research paper we have to do at the end of the semester.
Me too, I've been up all night. It
So
sucks.
have I. I've been up since like 4. Like, I have to stay up till like 4 in the morning.
No.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Josh.
Hey, Katie. We're actually playing Naked Twister. If you guys play,
Can other Katie come?
other Katie definitely.
Okay.
Our hypothesis was not supported because there was no statistical significance.
And now for the results.
The groups compared were committed relationships, casual relationships, and no romantic relationships. The mean for committed relationships was 14.2500, and the standard deviation was 2.90975. For casual relationships, the mean was 13, and the standard deviation was 1.41421.
For no romantic relationships, the mean was 12.667, and the standard deviation was 3.13812. And our string of statistics was presented as followed.
question before we wrap up this video. So the results we found do not support our hypothesis whatsoever, but they're significant because they show a pattern that show that they support the exact opposite of our hypothesis. All research contradicts our findings that have been done previously, and other research has found that adolescents, like older adolescents, like they don't really care about their like platonic friendships, and they care more about their like romantic relationships. And there was also research that was done, and they found that like adolescent females are more vulnerable to the negative consequences of this.
An alternative explanation of the results are that the participants are college students who have more availability to social settings. Also, they are psychology students, so they are more aware of the balance between friendships and their romantic relationships.
So our study was limited in a couple of different ways. By using a small sample size, that led to small groups used in our one-way ANOVA, so that could have skewed our results. By using convenient sampling methods, our sample was also extremely biased with an unequal male to female ratio, and this wasn't generalizable to the adult population because they were all college students, so our external validity was extremely threatened. So yeah.
Nice.
Because our findings oppose our hypothesis, further research is needed. This is the first study of its kind studying the variables between young adults.
And maybe for like future research, we could obtain an IRB, and so we can get a more like representative sample of the population.
Yeah, and maybe even like use an experimental design to be able to like find findings that indicate causality. Yeah. Presented as followed. What did we do, Katie?
Research has found
Cut!
Let me see y'all's serious face real quick.
Serious face, serious shot.
Mm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
That was all on video.